Well, no long intro needed here. We're just going to start with, she's back.
Rania is here today. Now, this is not full time. She will be back in her kitchen in a couple of weeks. In fact, I will be her cooking apprentice.
Yes.
We've been taping some segments and having fun already.
We have.
Today, though, you're going to treat us to some dishes inspired by your recent trip to Greece.
Right. And I'm going to, well, first of all, hey. Sorry, guys. I was in Greece for a month with my family. Yes. First time for me in Greece.
Yeah.
And although Greek was my first language, I hadn't spoken it in years.
Yeah.
Get off the plane.
Immediately back. It just came back.
And I never spoke a word of English except to my children who don't speak Greek.
Wow.
Oh, there's that was a view from our apartment you just saw in Athens.
Oh, wow.
That's in Crete where I'm milking a goat.
I was going to say, are you milking
You're milking a goat.
Yeah, yep. And there
You're
I'm
on a
in
vacation.
Turkey. That was that right there was Mykonos.
Wow.
Right there. Yep.
What was it like?
Oh, no, look at that. That's, oh my God, calamari, octopus. That was Santorini.
And so what was your favorite part of the trip? All of it?
That was more Santorini. Oh my gosh, the food.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a terrible thing to say, but the food.
No, it's not a terrible thing to say. I'm amazed at the pictures you've shown us. Like the blue sky, the blue water.
It was never saw a cloud.
Oh, it's just gorgeous.
I mean, for a whole month. It was hot, though. It was hot. Yeah. So every time we went out to eat, automatically, instead of putting butter on the table, which would have melted in a second, literally, or olive oil, believe it or not, they didn't do that. They put kopanisti to go with the pita bread. And I brought you some pikilia, which are little tastes. I brought you spanakoppites. And I brought you some pita to go with the kopanisti that I'm making, and I made some ahead.
Okay.
And I brought you keftedakia, little Greek meatballs, and bouillardi, which is a baked, it's hot, feta with peppers,
Here, we'll
and
push it in
some
front of the
wine
wine.
from Santorini.
You said, it almost sounded like you said boyardee, but it's not.
Bouillardi.
Okay, but so it's not, we're not having
close.
canned.
No, it's baked feta with peppers, bouillardi.
Well, you're going to walk us through the recipe, and I think I'm going to help myself
Start
with your
eating,
appetizers.
and there's some wine. Now here I have 8 ounces of cream cheese
You're opening
in the food processor.
Well, she wanted me to open
they're
the wine.
so
That was
not paying
indicated.
attention to me, but that's okay.
No.
8 ounces of cream cheese, 12 ounces of feta, and about 6 to 7 ounces of Roquefort cheese.
Oh,
Roquefort, a little stronger. This is my version of making a kopanisti. I have a jalapeno pepper. And what I have here, yay.
This thing's beeping.
It's making noise, huh?
I don't even know how to close it.
There you go.
That's good.
There you go. Now I have a small container of yogurt, and then I'm going to put this in the food processor and let it whirl. I mean, it just has to keep going and going, and that's why I made some ahead. The kopanisti is actually something that you can buy in Greece. It's a cheese product that you can buy in Greece. But the problem is you can't buy it in this country.
So you're using feta.
Well, what I did was I just kept tasting it and then writing notes on paper napkins, literally, and came home. And I made this about 6 times, and I think I finally nailed it.
Oh, Rania, this is so good.
It is so good. It is so good. And you just need a food processor, but you can see here, as long as it keeps going and going, it really has to go. And then you just add a little bit of olive oil, not much.
So the tanginess I'm tasting in this,
That is the Roquefort.
Yeah, it's really,
That
I love
is
it.
definitely the Roquefort, and just a little bit of heat from that jalapeno pepper just does it. And the thing is that one of the places, and it was on Mykonos at a beachside restaurant, he made it in front of us. And I watched him with the hot pepper and the feta and the creamed kopanisti, which was a pre-made product, which was a cream cheese with what I would assume was a Roquefort-like cheese. But I went downtown to Stamoulis Brothers and I talked to Gus, we practically grew up together, and I said, Gus, why can't I find it in this country? And he said they stopped shipping it about, I think, 15 years ago.
Wow. Well, it is so good. It's rich and creamy.
But it's got some bite, right?
Yeah.
It's got some bite, yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Tell us
I'll tell
about
you.
the wine that you picked to pair
Well,
with this.
Oh, yeah.
Nicholas and I went to Santorini, and we had a wine tasting lunch. And in Santorini, the earth, the soil is predominantly volcanic ash.
Wow, is that good?
And the grapevines don't grow but about that high up off the ground.
Really?
Right. And there are hundreds and thousands of them. I mean, you see them everywhere. And guess what?
Wow, is that good?
They don't water them. Ever.
So this is in volcanic ash with no water.
Right. So you don't have as much juice extracted from the grape. The volcanic ash, the soil retains the moisture. In Greece, it rains starting like mid-November all the way to mid-April, like constantly. But then it doesn't rain at all in the summer, not a drop, but all that moisture is maintained in the soil.
You know, I can't tell because we've been eating such beautiful food, but even with it is amazing.
Yeah.
It is
so smooth.
And you can get this wine at our state store here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I got it from the Village Square one, Atlantis.
Atlantis.
They have a red
There's
and
the
they have a
label
white.
right there.
It's the only wine from Santorini they had.
It makes my tongue tingle.
It's wonderful wine. It's just, it doesn't, you can drink and drink and drink the wines in Greece, folks, and I will tell you from experience, I had a lot. You don't feel sick.
Well, it's
Or that headachy, terrible
it's not
feeling.
too dry, it's not too sweet, it's like a perfect blend.
I love it.
And
I
the
love
sulfides
it.
or
Oh my
something,
gosh.
right?
Right, it's a
Yeah.
sulfide
Well,
issue.
you have taken us to Greece. Thank you so much, Rania. It's so good to have you back in our kitchen.
thank you.
And as always, for a copy of today's recipes, you can go to PittsburghTodayLive.com. We're going to have it for you there.
This
so
is
nice.
so amazing.
It's so
thank
amazing.
Keep eating.
Oh my
that's
gosh.
all right.
We'll pick that up later.